Hey, glow getters, it's your wellness wing woman, T. She's serving up wisdom, warmth, and a little holy inspiration in every cup with just enough real talk. Let's go.
KT Timer. So I have a beautiful soul here with me today, and she is going to fill you in about a lot more of all that is her, but I will give you the basics. So she is a Philadelphia native. She is a creative artist. She is passionate about education, and she is right now currently based in Maryland. A proud graduate of Lincoln University, the first HBCU. Okay. She went there and earned her master's in early education, and she is fulfilling a lifelong dream of teaching. Outside of the classroom, she is a self-published author, and she will tell you about her book and where you can get it, and make sure y'all cop that ASAP. She is a poet, a model, a rapper, a skincare creator, and she uses her talents to inspire healing and self-love. Her work is a reflection of her commitment to empowering others and creating a space where people can embrace who they truly are. I would like to introduce you to none other than the amazing, the very beautiful, and y'all gonna have to go follow her after this because you gotta see like her style is fly. I don't even, yeah, I just all the things, okay, all the things. Bianca Garrett, welcome to the podcast, girl.
So much for having me, okay? And right back at you with everything that you say, girl, because you know I love it.
Listen, it is such a pleasure, and it's amazing because sometimes you meet people and you just instantly connect, and
Yeah.
sometimes you meet people and it's like, I'm good on that one. And we literally met this summer at a conference for Black educators, and we sat together at dinner first night, and I was like, oh, she cute. I like her style, like everything about her. She just looked like somebody I would be friends with. And lo and behold, God saw fit to make sure that we continue to connect throughout that conference. We walked away exchanging phone numbers and social media. The last night of conference, we went out and we acted like we were best friends all of our lives. There was a bunch of us. We had so much fun. And as soon as I got back home after my chaotic summer and I started the podcast, I was like, yeah, I know exactly who needs to be on here to come talk about life as an educator, and somebody who is juggling all of these balls of talent and inspiration, but doing it so well. And I know it may not feel seamless at times, but you make it look so easy. You make it look phenomenal. And there's just something about you that just exudes like, I don't know, just Black excellence. Like it's just royalty vibes just come off of you in every picture, every post. And it is an honor to now call you friend. And so I am so glad to have you here. Um, as you know, the show is called Tea Time. And so, first question, real easy. Tell us, what is your favorite tea blend or flavor? Or if you don't really like tea, what's your favorite cozy drink?
I would have to say I love me some ginger and honey. Very basic, but very strong, very to the point, very, yes, ma'am. I love ginger and honey.
Girl after my own heart. That's why we connected, because that ginger, our ginger roots was just growing in together, okay? We must have been drinking the same ginger root all these years, okay? Because, yes, I grew up, my grandma had me drinking ginger since day one. Ginger was
Yes.
healing, and I am obsessed with ginger and honey. So,
Yes.
amen to that, sis. Yes. Okay, I love it. So, as I mentioned in your intro, you are a proud Philadelphia native, and now you're an educator in Maryland. How have your roots, your upbringing, your community, where you grew up, family, all of that, what has that done to shape the woman you are today?
I would definitely have to say I can tell a lie, but I can tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? I'm from
Oh,
Philadelphia. Um, Listen, so it was very hard for me. I cannot lie.
okay.
It was just like the thing of being yourself and being proud of who you are. That thing like that is just like people didn't really like that. It was just like if you weren't
Mm,
like it was given you're outsider by girl, basically. So I believe that
mm,
to really doing the work now for other people to see that it is really okay to be yourself. You don't have to fight to be cool. You don't have to do the crazy things to be cool. You can literally love who you are. Like you can
come on
literally love
now.
and be amazing in that. So I really believe that Philadelphia shaped me to have a lot more self advocacy, It taught me how
Okay.
to still fight for who I want to be, what I want to be, and who I am in this season without having to fight in the negative way. I fight in all the positive ways now. So that's really big for me because even just like being young in my career, well, I'm getting a little older, but even just starting so young, I just would just be quiet because I didn't know how to fight back without fighting back. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mm-hmm.
taught me
Mm-hmm.
really words, pray a lot more. It taught me how to really dig deep into the wellness communities and things like that, like just different things that will have me calm down and see that it's literally not that deep, girl. Use your words, stand strong, and you don't have to always fight and be crazy. You just do what you need to do for yourself. So Philadelphia definitely taught me a lot of great things in
Hmm.
hard ways, but now I actually learned how to turn that around and flip that around and just be that person I always wanted to be. So
I love that because some of us don't learn how to make, the hood look professional. And sometimes you need that. Like there is a such thing as professional hood mannerisms. Like
yes,
sometimes you gotta let people know I'm not here to be played with.
yes,
I may teach kindergarten, I may play with the children. They the only ones I'm playing with. I'm not playing with you. So
right,
I love that. I
yeah,
love that. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So graduate of Lincoln University, the first HBCU. Okay. I don't know if everybody is aware of that, but yes, Lincoln University right here in Pennsylvania is the first HBCU. Such a
yeah,
historic place. I have so many family members that are, alum and love it and are honored to call Lincoln home. How
yes.
did attending an HBCU give you a personal and maybe even like a spiritual, not necessarily religious, but like a spiritual connection on carrying yourself as you, as this proud Black woman?
So again, I've kind of told you about how hard it was being in Philadelphia, even just being a darker girl, just I'm sure everywhere, learning my roots, like who I truly am, learning how to stand firm in that and understanding all the just the different great things that like we were able to accomplish and just like strive through, even just like me and my little problems, learning about my ancestors and different things. The things that they had to battle was just way greater than anything that I ever had to go through. So for me,
Yeah,
oh, I'm powerful. The skin I'm in is all of that. Okay. So it just really had me tap into, wow, like I'm really like that girl, So
okay.
just learning how to walk in it, just again, learning my roots, who I truly am, like not just this girl from the city and whatever, like it just really made me feel like I can reach every goal that I want to reach and it wasn't ever too big. Like, the
Mm,
my environment and the people around me made me feel that way. Oh, you're weird for thinking this, or you can't do that, you can't do this. Going to a HBCU really like pulled out who I was, like who I truly was,
I
and
love that.
just going to the HBCU, like I left there, like literally everybody always teased me, like it was like you went in there, like just like oh, like or you left out there black. I am
As you should.
I'm the queen of the world. And like literally, that is just literally what Lincoln did for me.
I
Literally.
love that. And I hear that so often. I won't say unfortunately, but I attended a PWI, and so my experience was a lot different.
Okay.
But I was blessed to have two parents that are extremely Afrocentric, and so well before I was even at the college stage, I
Yes.
knew who I was and whose I was and where I came from,
Yes.
which prepared me to be able to stand ground in that space. But I was very intentional to make sure I was in, the Black Student Union and in all of the different areas where Black people were, so that I can find that connection, find that community, find that home in that space where I didn't have to explain why I did certain things.
Yes.
But there are still times where I'm like, Dad, I really wish I had that HBCU experience. I really wish and so at this stage of my life, it's like I'm not going back and doing it again. So I'm just gonna live vicariously through all the people that I know and love. Like, tell me stories. Let me live through this with you. Like, let's go to homecoming. Like all those things. And I just love how I always hear people who have attended HBCU say that they felt this sense of pride that they didn't feel anywhere else, and they can't replicate it. Like they're like, I don't know how to get that back. Like that did something for me that can't be duplicated, cannot be, recreated. That experience spoke for itself. And so that is so powerful. And I love that as Black people, we have that opportunity to do that for ourselves. And I just encourage people now, when younger family members are looking at colleges, I'm like, okay, but look at a HBCU. Like at least look at two. Like come on, like let that be on the list somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I do think that there's a level of importance of us surrounding ourselves with one another and being able to grow and learn in that sort of environment. I love that.
I want
You mentioned, go ahead, go ahead.
thing. It was the professors that did it for me also. It was like going to school and like your aunts and uncles were in the classroom. Like it was
Mm,
cool. And when I tell you they were so like the most, like they made you respect yourself. Like they would make
love
you
it.
stand up if you were late, and they would make you stand up to say who you are, why you're late, why you don't need to be late. I just love things like that. They would just like, it was almost like a whooping, but in a way where it's like you need to honor yourself. And I bet you won't be late.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that.
Mm-hmm.
The HBCU. And it was everybody, the cafeteria ladies, everybody. It was just like I was just at a family reunion every day.
Yes, yes. Like excellence. We have to. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard of excellence, because this world will look at us and automatically put us on a lower standard. And
Yes.
so it makes so much sense that those who have come before us, those who have experienced, can say, like, no, we're not doing this. Like, we need to show up like this. We need to do this. We need to be prepared this way. That speaks volume. So I love every aspect of that. And I mean, even to this day, as a Black teacher, I work at a PWI, but we have a significant number of African American students, and I am hard on them. And they're like, "No, Miss T don't play. Like she always telling us this," and I'm like, "Yes," because you step outside of this world and you will not get the same love and respect. Sometimes right here in this community, you don't get that. So if I got to be that one, I'm going to be that one because somebody did it for me and I saw the benefit of it. You may not understand now, but you will. So I'm gonna make sure I do that. Like I'm not just gonna let you slip and not hold yourself to a high standard. So I love that for you. Yes, girl. You mentioned like your dreams and your desires and people maybe having their opinions or whatever. But you shared with me that like you've always dreamed of teaching. What drew you to early childhood education in particular, and what was like the most life-giving part of being in the classroom?
So I would definitely say I went to a place called Sunshine Daycare, and I just love the way our teachers, like just in the pre-K, the pre-K era, how they loved on us. We had like a lot of problems, like with my mom growing up, so they would step in
Mhm.
and really make sure like we ate, we like hygiene was right. Like they
I
really
love that.
stepped in as family, and I looked at them more as teachers. Like I really was just like, these are my people. They love me, And it's just like I always had it in my heart, like I want someone to feel that way about me because they did so much
Mhm.
for all of the children, but for us specifically, like they went out their way. Like they could get fired from the things that they were doing. And they always came.
Mhm.
When I got to kindergarten, I always knew then I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to pass out the papers. I wanted to write on the board. But when I got to kindergarten did it for me. I had like the
Okay.
teacher, just her skill, like just everything that she did was just so amazing to me. And I'm talking about just like teaching us just the different cute things she would use on the board, just the way like I
Mhm.
really know something how she would do it in a way where I could get it. It was just so amazing to me, like just the skill of teaching. So I knew for sure it would be kindergarten. But the more I grew, like going through the process of being a teacher is so much. It felt like I didn't get into the classroom until 20 years later, but I was able to
Wow.
become, a therapeutic staff support. I became a behavioral manager. I was a teacher assistant for many years, and then I finally became a certified educator. So I always knew it was in me. And even with having the hardest jobs, I feel like in the classroom, the passion grew stronger and stronger because
Mhm.
I just seen the difference I made in students' lives, just like how my teachers made in my life. So like that was just always a thing for me. It never went away. I just knew in my heart I'm going to be a teacher no matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. I loved it. Even just the kids that are just over the wall, like over the top, jumping off the ceiling. It was
Mm-hmm.
something in me where it was just like, I know because of me, they're going to make the right decision, and that's just like
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling part, like the most fulfilling part. And even me today, I remember even going down the wrong paths and doing certain things. What would be in my head is what the things my teacher would tell me. And it's just like I always wanted, if it's just one student, I do not care. I do not care. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just always wanted
Mm-hmm.
to be that for children. Being that child that always wanted somebody that like loved me and really cared for me, not just the cool, because I'm a great athlete and I'm a great student, like a great straight A student, and this, like somebody that actually really, really cared for me. I seen what it did for me. So I wanted to be that for another student. So it just all worked out. Thank you, Lord.
I love that. Yeah. Again, I hear that story. That was very similar to my desire to want to. I was originally in the classroom as a traditional teacher. And my mom was a teacher for 27 something years, taught preschool for like forever. So honestly, in my head, I was like, mommy job look easy. She get to color and play all day. That's if I gotta work, I want to do that. That was not the reality, but that's what I thought in my head.
Mhm.
But knowing that there were so many educators that poured into me, I struggle academically. And there were people who didn't see it, didn't pick it up. And then there were those teachers that were like, girl, come here, sit down. We're gonna do this like the oh, you like to shop? Oh, okay. I will never forget my fourth grade teacher, Miss Butler, realized that there was a reading issue with me. And Miss Butler was like, oh, you like to eat and you like to shop. Okay. And like you said, doing things that today she couldn't do. She told my mom, after school, Tahara gonna come with me. And she would take me to the store. She would take me to the mall. We would go to restaurants. She like, read the whole menu. You can't order nothing until you read the menu. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna read it. Oh, I'm gonna read this menu. Oh, read every sign. Read every sign we walk past, and then we'll do something. But those little things are what gave me a passion for learning, a passion for reading, a passion for just me, and like realizing, oh, okay, I can do this. Like it may be a little bit harder than it is than other things, but I got this because she took the time to pour into me specifically, just like you're saying. And so we need teachers like that because there are so many that get into this field for whatever reason and don't have that passion. And that's between them and their creator. But for
Yeah.
those of us that do it for all the right reasons, like for the kids, for their opportunity to grow and to be better, for that child that's gonna one day say, like, you really made a difference in my life. Like that makes me get up in the morning. I love that. I look forward to it. Even to this day, I have students that I taught years ago that have found me on social media and they're like, Miss T, you don't know what you did for me, but I'm so glad I met you. I'm so glad this. And I'm like, oh, I thought you hated me. Like, I didn't realize you was even listening. So you never know the impact that you're gonna have on somebody's life just because you choose to care.
Yes.
And it sounds simple. It's not always that easy, but I, for one, am grateful for teachers like you who are pouring into those who need it because you know the powerful benefit of a loving teacher. And
Yes.
that is just chef's kiss. I love that. Girl, teaching, it can be scary. It can be exhausting. It can be all those things that we just talked about. How do you protect your peace, protect your joy, and like we talked about before, remain professional, even when you're tired, things are going against you. You have to follow these standards that maybe don't match up to what your kids need. How do you keep your peace, your joy in those sorts of scenarios and situations?
So, first off, it might sound so cliche, but I always just reflect and always remind myself why I started. That's what
Mhm.
always keeps me going, but also sometimes that don't work. It's just like, listen, I'm ready to throw it
The
out.
true truth, okay? Woo. Sometimes I'm like, listen, throw it all away.
It's a lot, but
Mhm.
again, like just really like I was searching so badly for just something that like other than like the practices that I did, I was just
Mhm.
looking for a way to just really learn how to calm my mind. Like that was like the hardest thing for me. I would be up all night just from anxiety, like because I want to be the best at everything that I do. That's number one. And then it's just like, well, this, that. I didn't know how to leave work at work. It would just be home too, at the market, when I'm working out. So it was just like I needed to like really learn to practice. So I had a friend from Lincoln University that totally we were disconnected since college, and he came back into my life, and he was a sound healing coach, and he
Okay.
just like invited me to his yoga studio, and I like began to do different practices where that literally it knocked it out the park. When I tell you I started doing it, I could not stop. Like I wanted, that's all I was thinking about teaching. I'm just like, I can't wait to get off to go to yoga. And like that really helped me like just learn my mindfulness for real, because a lot of people talk about the mindfulness and but it's just like, no, for me, I've done like I do so much things where you would think I'm at a place where my mind is calm. No, my mind is still, I can write a great book. I can do all of this and my mind is still, I needed to learn how to get that under control. So that's what yoga did for me, yoga and the sound healing, just like the overall wellness, learning how to actually be real with myself, but also being open to talking to somebody too. I was always the person where I was kind of closed in. I'm just like, well, they're going to think I'm weird, or they're going to, whole time they think the same thing I'm thinking. So I just learned how to be more open to getting that type of help. We look at it like, oh, well, they might think I'm crazy, or I might be crazy. Well, I might be, but I get the help that I need when I say something. So things really helped me learn how to just woosah. And it also, just being in that community, it helped me how to say no. And that right there, saying no for me was everything, because most times I'm tired. I'm up at because I don't know how to say no. It's so many hats that I wear. Oh, but yeah, we're just thinking like, you can do this and maybe you can be ahead of this. Now I'm the lead of everything. I'm every after school program coordinator and this and that and this and that. Guess what? Who told me I needed to do that? So I learned how to say, you know what? I don't have the time. You know what my time is for? Laying down. That's what I learned to do.
Come on now. A nap,
So.
the power of rest.
Okay.
Yes, girl. I love that. There's so much power in that 2-letter word no. And it's funny because there are so many people like you're either really good at saying no or you're really bad at saying no. And finding that happy medium of like, okay, what things do I need to say no to? When do I need to say not right now? Figuring that part out can be a challenge, but being in a state of mindfulness is such an amazing thing. And I know there are variations of mindfulness. So finding that thing that works for you, finding that thing that aligns with you and your spirit, that will settle you when you need to be settled, that can, get your creative juices flowing when you need to be active. Connecting with what's going to work for you is so important. And it's amazing how many adults I run into that have no idea what that thing is for them. I mean, and I speak for myself. Like I didn't start learning about what worked for me until I was like in my late 20s. Granted, it was things that I was already doing, but I didn't realize the power that they had when I was focused in on. Like for me, it's movement. So dance is my thing. And I didn't realize how powerful it was for me to go to a dance class, to teach Zumba. And I'm like, okay, well, I just do that just to do it. Like it's exercise. No, girl, this is healing. This is like medicine for your mind and your soul. Your body is just benefiting off the residue from it. And so connecting with what is going to give you that peace and give you that understanding and help you reconnect with your joy is so powerful. So, so powerful. I love that. Now you talked about the many hats, okay? And we know that you're doing it all right now, okay? You are living La Vida Loca, the best life. Not just an educator, poet, rapper, model, skincare creator. Just, yeah, you. How do you do all of these things? How do all of these creative outlets connect to you and your healing journey? How did you get started? How did you know that this is what you wanted to do? Like, give us the story.
All right. So it's a long story, but I'll make it short. So the rapping and poetry, I've been writing since I was maybe 5 years old.
Wow.
The thing of me, again, talking about where I'm from, I just was made to feel like the things that what I was doing was weird. So it was just like, I have books and books and books of me just writing. And then of course coming just the environment. I don't want to always blame the environment, but it was the environment because it's just like so many things that was inside of me I was afraid to bring out because of how people would look at me. Now, obviously, I've learned that that's a me thing, but I
Mhm.
didn't have the confidence. So with so many things I knew how to do that I just wouldn't put out to the world, but I was doing all of these things before. And I would just say like I won so many art competitions and different things like that with my poetry. But I was never like the person where I would just, oh, like I'm gonna go out and do it. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like I was made to be put in these competitions because of my teachers. They were like, you can write,
Okay.
you need to submit this and submit that, and I will win. I will literally win. So that was something like a talent I always had. And to be very honest, I loved school and I loved Dr. Seuss. And I just
Okay.
always listened to his I loved all of his books. I loved all of his books on top of my favorite artist, Lil Wayne, and like just different things like that.
504, baby.
Yes, I love Lil Wayne. So at that young age, I don't even know how I knew his music back then. I don't know. I can't, my parents didn't play that. We couldn't listen to no secular music in the house. It was just, I guess, being out and about and hearing it in the cars and wherever I was.
Mhm.
I loved rhyme. I just knew like I could do that. Like I loved rhyme. I literally remember like 6 years old writing my first little rhyme. It was so funny, but it was just like I had a talent. So I just always continued that. To be very honest, 2024 was like my motto was facing fair with faith. So that was my first time actually going to this, like, it was my first time going to the studio, but actually recording and actually
Mhm.
doing visual for it. So that was my first time and it went big. Like it went big. So everybody's just like, oh my goodness, like why you ain't but everybody who knows me knows I know how to rap, but they just know I'm just so scared. So that's that. But being the darker girl, I always wanted to like, my skin had to be shiny. It had to be nice. I didn't want no bumps and things like that. So that's what got me into skincare. As a
Okay.
child, we was raised off of shea butter, cocoa butter, things like that. So I used to and Vaseline. So I used to like make my own little concoctions with all of it. And then like when I
I
just
love it.
yeah, then my mom, she was always such a natural woman. Like the things that she would bring in the house, I would just mix it all and see what I can make out of it. So one day I was working at Burger King, y'all, making $7 an hour. I took my
Mm.
check, $400 check, and I brought some. I remember going to one of these value stores. I went to go buy it was like an 8 pack of jars. I brought me like a little block of shea butter. I brought me a block of mango butter and some coconut oil. And I melted it all together, mixed it up, did all of this cool stuff. And I just put it. My sisters was like, you need to sell it because I would make stuff for my family all the time. I was probably 20 at this age.
Mhm.
At this time, I made like 8 jars, just 8 jars, and I sold them for $10. And literally, I sold all of them in one day. And I knew, all
Wow.
right, that's what I could do to make some more money. So I was like, I would do it.
Yes.
Everybody would like, see my family skin and everybody would say like, no, Bianca, you got to get the stuff from her. Like I just always like, get the cream. You got to get the cream, got to get the cream. So that's something that I became known for, creating the shea butters. Then I went to school to like kind of learn how to make the soaps and the oils and just everything else that I make. So that was that. The modeling came from Lincoln University, which I believe
Mhm.
really helped me with my confidence. Being out there
Okay.
alone with 1,000 people just watching me, like we had one of the biggest modeling troops in like colleges all over. So just actually making it into that team, like it was like Ziana was like a team where it was just like hundreds of people would try out, only like 55 of us make it. So when I see my name,
Whoa.
it was like, oh my gosh. So
I love it.
joining that like really helped me build on my confidence, like just me personally, like just knowing that I could do it, like I could do it. So
Mhm.
and just out of everything that I do, I think it ties up to my healing and then also what like everything that I stand for and how I want to be that and how I am that for others is because I was once that little girl that thought I couldn't do anything because I wasn't confident.
Mm.
I didn't believe in myself.
Mm.
I just thought, oh, I'm too dark or I'm too this or I'm too that. I literally stepped foot in so many different things and I was able to be successful in it. And now I could tell my story and help others to tell them, like, listen, look, I'm a girl from not much. I had a loving family.
Mhm.
Thank God for that. I had a loving family, but we didn't come from no money now. So we learned
Mhm.
how to do so many different things and use our skill to like really push up our, like, to push up just where we want to be in life, basically. So like that's really how we was raised, kind of like off of survival, which
Mm-hmm.
thank God we're here, but it's just like I don't always want to just be surviving. I want to live. Like I really want to just experience life as I'm able to now, like slowly but surely, like I'm able to actually live, not always surviving off of, oh, how I'm gonna get this? I gotta do this to make this or this. I want to live. I want to be free. I want to just excel in all of the things that I'm doing. So slowly but surely, I am walking that path and I am able to do it. And then I'm also able to help others. So I'm really grateful for that.
I love it. Yeah, speaking of helping others, you could hook me up with some skincare and you know,
Yep.
so my design a look for me or something. Cause I'm telling you, I be sitting there like, damn, this girl is beautiful. Like what?
Yeah,
Like
that is true. When I first seen you, oh my goodness, I was with my principal, and I'm just like,
mm-hmm.
it's so pretty. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I can show you the message. My mom know how I am. I'm really scary. Like I'm real like, oh, sit lay back. I seen you when we first walked in there, I seen you. I was like, I'm gonna say something to her, but not right now. I'm scared. So my mom was I didn't tell her about you, anything. I was just like, she was like, how's it going? I'm like, it's really nice. Like, there's a lot of nice people here. She was like, I want to challenge you to go after or like meet someone that intimidates you. She said that. And sure enough, I didn't want to talk to because I'm just like, well, maybe she won't talk to me. Or maybe I'm just like, okay, that's the person. I gotta talk to her. I promise
That's
you
bananas.
to talk to her. And I was so happy my
You
mom
know what?
did that because I probably wouldn't have. You probably would have came in and was like, hey girl, because you were so like, but when we met up, it was just like perfect. It was like, okay, good.
Girl, oh my gosh. So this is hilarious that you're telling me this because I am like, I don't even know how to explain it. I get so nervous around people I don't know. That conference had me
Okay.
so paranoid because I was there alone. Like I knew absolutely no one. And so I was like, this is going to be really strange. And my husband had been encouraging me for a while now to like step out of my comfort zone. He's like, the only way your business is going to grow and you could be successful is if you talk to people, if you meet people, if you share what you're doing. Like you never know where a relationship could go. And like I've been like, but more like around that time, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start listening to him because I'm seeing how it's working for him and his business. So let me try this. And I remember we had a conversation right before the conference, and I was like, you know what? When I go here, like I'm not saying I'm coming out with best friends, but I'm gonna meet people. I'm gonna like make connections. I'm gonna talk to people. Like I'm gonna be the Tahara that I am with family
Yeah.
initially because I don't meet people being shy. Like it takes me a while to get comfortable with somebody, but I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. And I remember texting him that night after we were talking, like, babe, I met a friend. And then when we all went out, I was like, you're not gonna believe I'm going out with people. He was like, I'm so proud of you. So we were both sitting here like intimidated and afraid. And thank God that we just did it scared because look at us now. Like we would not be here today if we stayed in that. So let that be a lesson for anybody out there who is intimidated and afraid. You never know. And you're thinking one thing, I'm thinking, she not gonna like, look at this girl. She's gorgeous. She not gonna talk to me. Like I'm just regular old me. What can I bring to the table for her? But just stepping out of her comfort zone, being confident, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Like, and anybody who can't accept that from you doesn't deserve to be a part of your life. But whoever does accept that, kudos to them because now they have gained something amazing. Look at this relationship, and I can only imagine where this is gonna go because I can't wait to come out there and visit you. At least I can't wait to come out there. Like we gonna have a good time. So I'm so glad that your mom told you that. I'm so glad that my husband had been encouraging me to step out of my comfort zone because now we have this connection. So this is amazing. This is phenomenal.
Yes.
I love that. So, I mean, you said a lot about what you're currently doing and how it got to that. And I want you to share how can people and I'll put all of this in the description. But how can people follow your journey? How can they get your skincare products? How can they hear some of your poetry? Talk to us about the modeling. Like, how can we follow you on this path of arts and creativity?
All right. So my Instagram is at Bianca Selena. That's where you'll probably see a lot of just everything, like my teacher drills, my modeling, my rap, my just everything. But on the
Mm-hmm.
author note and like with the poetry, a daily dose of honey. I'll be recording so much more things because I have many things, but the visuals are coming. I'm on Apple Music as Queen Yap, KWEENYIANC.
All right. All right, y'all. So you got the information for that aspect. Now let's step into another major part of who this woman is. I'm telling you, you come in with all, like, you got the whole Barney bag of skills and talents. And I love every aspect of it. So you are a self-published author.
Yes.
What inspired you to put your words into a book? Because not enough of us are doing that, and it seems like for some there are tons of authors out there. Everybody's writing a book. Everybody's writing a book. Everybody is not writing a book.
Yeah.
Everybody is not. Some people are writing, but they're not publishing, let alone self-publishing. What was it that encouraged you and motivated you to go ahead and put your words into book form and then publish it? Like, what message do you want most people to walk away with after picking up a written copy of your words, your message?
What I would want people to take away from my story is that literally it's so much. It's so I would really like for people to take away that literally forgive yourself. You are not what you have done.
Mm,
Many times we grow up in such a place where we might feel stuck or we might feel like we have to do this type of thing because this is what's put on us, but you always have a daily you have a daily reminder of, first of all, breath. When you wake up, you can literally dig into who you are and you can be exactly who you want to be,
mm,
regardless of what they say, what you can't do, what you need to be doing, this, that. Really learning yourself and having that self-awareness and understanding that, listen, it is okay to believe in yourself. It is okay to be you. Like, you are the only person that have to deal with everything that you're going through. And I would just want people to know that anything that you want to do, literally anything that you want to do, it is possible. It literally is possible.
mm.
Day at a time, just keep going. Literally keep going. So,
I love it.
but what made me really want to write a book about my life was, I feel like I because I don't want to feel like, oh, it was just like I just felt like I was never heard. I don't feel like I was
Mm-hmm.
ever, because again, I was so different from my sisters. I was so different from my friends. I was just different. So it was just like, oh, girl, whatever. Oh, Bianca, she cool or whatever. Like that strong friend, basically. I don't feel like I was
Yeah.
ever, I don't feel like people never, like, people didn't really learn me from me. They just seemed to outward me and just thought that, oh, she thinks she's cool and or she thinks she all that, she this, she that. And it's just like, y'all don't know, I am crying inside. Somebody come hug me.
Mm.
Please. Somebody comes check on
Wow.
me. And I felt like that never happened. But writing my book, even like with writing my book, this is like, it was like a part of my shadow work. I can't even like explain like all over again. It was just like me opening the wounds, but this time really pouring some good stuff in there, using the herbs this time, using all the good stuff to
Yes.
kind of seal it back up and to really get it out. I really believe that getting over something, you got to get it out in some type of way. And me writing my book was like the last stage of me and my I'm always going to be doing the shadow work, but I feel like that was like the biggest hump, getting over it, really being honest with myself and putting it on,
Mm-hmm.
and then pushing it out. When I tell you, when I first pushed publish, I was like I'm like, it's out,
Wow.
it's out, this is it.
It's out there now.
It's, it was such it was so healing for me. It was so healing because it's just like, my book is out here now and it's just, can't nobody shut me up. It's already out there. You can't stop my story. You can't stop me from moving forward. You can't stop me, or you can't, like I said, I don't feel like I was ever heard. So even just understanding me, who I am, or just knowing who I am, because a lot of people know me, but they don't understand me. Reading, literally, I
Mm-hmm.
started from the beginning. You just reading how I started from childhood, you'll understand how I became this way or that way, or I started to like self-doubt, low confidence. It's just reading the book. It takes you literally through the journey of little Bianca to growing up. Even I'm all the way honest at the part where there was no healing there. That was just keep going. I just kept jumping into this thing, jumping into that thing, hoping that I would feel a different void or get over something without really doing the self-work. So even for me, it was just like amazing for me to just sit back and read my own story. Like, wow, I survived. Like I
Mm.
survived, So I just think after reading it, it's just like a total wow. It's just like wow. Like me
Yeah.
reading my story is just like wow. Like I just really want to hug my younger self. Like I want to hug her and tell her
Mm.
she is beautiful. She is like you're amazing. I can cry right now. It makes me emotional because it's like people just don't know what you go through, and it's
Yeah.
just like such a outwardly thing that people judge and you have no idea. You have no idea. And writing that book, even just for me, it made me give myself grace. It made me give myself
Mm.
just the ability to say, you did the best you could do. You did the best with what was taught to you or what was shown to you, or even like I was little. How would I know?
Right. Right.
Like growing up with these little things, just thinking that I had so many barriers, which I grew up to understand, like I knocked them down. that was fake, So it was just like just
Wow.
looking at it, I just feel like I'm very powerful. Like, and this is something that I would love people to know too. Like sometimes it's okay. You won't learn these things. I just turned 32. I feel like just this year, this is the strongest I've ever been on like
Mm.
self-love, like really taking care
Mm.
of myself. A lot of the things that I've been through, it was because I thought I had self-love and self-care down pat. I thought I did, but there's no way I did if I was just allowing abuse, abuse, abuse. That was normal to me. It felt normal. It really felt normal
Ouch.
to me. So it's like now that I'm older, the things that I went through, like, I would never do that to myself again. But again, it's all, it's all the journey. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm 32 and I'm not afraid to say that just literally this year, I'm understanding what it really means to stand on business about myself. It's okay.
Mm.
I am great. God is good, And again, that's like what the book will really show you. Like, wow, like you can get through so many different things. Like you are not what you have done. You woke up, there you go. There's your chance that God gave you. Make something of it and just keep going. Just keep going. And take
Yes.
those breaks
Oh
too,
my
because
gosh.
necessary. Breaks are definitely
Uh,
necessary. And that's another thing I'm learning to do is just stop. Sometimes when I don't
Mm.
know what to do now, I just stop and don't do anything, because sometimes you might go in a direction where you were not led and now you just back at square
Come
one.
on.
So that's just, trust me, like I just been doing the work in my own little bubble, just really learning myself at 32, just finally actually getting it, because I thought I was doing the work but I was hiding behind the work that I needed to really do. So now
Mm.
that I'm doing it, I had to really get myself together, like, okay, sis, it's your fault now, come on, because we older enough, we older now
Ooh.
and different. My mom always would say, you can't expect a different outcome doing the same thing. And it was just like me, I had to get tired of myself. Like, Bianca, girl, come on now, get it together.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
literally what I just been doing now. Just really, even how lonely, how hurtful it get, how, oh, I just wish I had this, this, this. It's like I have to stay the course, because sometimes my best thinking got me nowhere. So it's just like
Mm.
literally come around. I'm not playing with myself. I am not. Sometimes you got to tell yourself no too. So I'm learning it.
Mm.
I'm learning it.
Girl, if you didn't just preach 5 different sermons to 20,000 different people, yes, yes, and amen to all of it. Like, there's so much, there's just so much there. Like, and I know
Yeah.
some of y'all listeners, you will have to rewind and listen to that whole that little piece all over again, because she was dropping all the gems and giving it all to us. The thing that stood out to me the most was this idea that it's never too late to learn yourself.
Yes.
Like, I know too many people that are like, well, I'm this age, ain't nothing I could do about. Ugh,
Yes,
There
it
is
is.
so much you can do to heal, to change, to rejuvenate, to renew, to do different. And it's okay to say, I'm learning me. Like, you doing it right now at 32, I'm doing it right now at 35. Okay. Just get into the space, and I'm learning myself as I am helping other people walk through their journey. And I'm learning, like, oh snap, I just said that to you, but I don't know where that came from, because I ain't never do that for myself. Let me write that down and make sure I do that. Finding myself, finding out more about me, realizing that I am not the same person that I was yesterday, let alone 2-3 years ago. So I can't hold myself again. I can't hold that against me. But also, like you said, taking breaks and being honest with me. Like, if there is nobody else in this world I need to be honest with, why am I lying to myself? Why am I trying to pull the wool over my own eyes? Why am I gaslighting me? That makes
No,
what? Like,
that
but
was me.
so many people do that, and that they normalize, and they put up walls and excuses and all of that. And so you just gave so much freedom to so many people, just in the words you spoke of how you have started your own healing journey, and you're doing the work. You're digging deeper. You're encountering what may be messy, what may be ugly, what may be just downright disgusting. But who else gonna clean it up?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just gonna sit there and fester. So you might as well jump in all ready to go, gloved up, gowned up, and ready to start digging. Because if you don't do it for you, no one else is going to do it. It's not just going to miraculously go away. It's always going to be there. It's always going to poke its ugly little head out at the most unopportune moments. And you're going to be like, why is this happening? So you might as well start doing the work. I can't wait to go back and listen to that again, because I need that all over again for myself. Okay? That was so, girl. Yes. Oof. I need a moment, because, oof. You had me tearing up in here like, all right, we're not doing this, okay? We're not doing this, but
You would be able to do that. I'm telling you, I was never that way. Just to be like, even like to cry. What?
mm-hmm.
To cry? My sisters went, like, one time I called my sisters and I was crying. I was so serious. They was like, get off my phone. Everybody hung up on me. I don't cry in front of people. They don't believe it. But it's like, now I'm at a place where I'm so like not broken, but I broke myself so much to be able to be vulnerable, to cry. Like, now I cry multiple times. Like, if I need to sit in the shower, cry a little bit, I get myself up, get gangster again. All right, come on, we out. Let's do this thing. But it's just like, no, like, I've never been at a place where I can even, I just think I was just manipulating myself for so long to even not feel, because it was too much. But it's just like, now I'm at a place where I tell myself, and I remind myself that it's okay to feel. It is totally okay. It's so fine, because, again, a lot of these things I've been through is because I wasn't patient or kind to myself. So it was just like, just erase your feelings, girl. It don't matter. But it's like, now, no, I give myself the grace, the everything I need. I got to, because I was tired of myself at 32. I'm like, uh, I keep going through the same thing over and over again. Am I going to keep blaming people? I'm not 5 years old no more. Am I going to keep blaming people?
Okay.
Or am I going to really stop and just literally want something different? You could say you want something different, but I'm not doing anything different. I had to do something different. I was tired of myself. I just wanted to, girl, stop. Like, for real. So it's just a beautiful,
Love it.
just to know just where I came from and just where I am now. And I'm just so excited of where I'm going, because I'm telling you, I never way. And it's scary, but it's so exciting. And but then I also, and doing the work, I feel like, well, I understand that things are aligned. Like, even just me and you, it was something about you that I knew that, like, God wanted me to, like, I needed it. Like, and like, honestly, I don't really hang around people because I'm real funny with the energies and stuff around me. But a great person is just like, give me your number. Like, who are you? Like, I want to meet you. But it was something about you that was just, I was so drawn to you. Then you was talking about all the wellness. I said, Lord, she know I'm crazy. See?
Mm.
I need you to help me. And it was just like, I just was seeing all the great things you were doing. I promise you, I was just saying, I would love to have a girlfriend that is doing all of these
Mm.
things. Like, and you came. I was just so amazed looking at your page, like, and you're so humble and so modest. I said, this girl's on TV. You're so
Girl,
modest.
and I'd be like,
You ain't saying none of that. You were just like, oh yeah, I'm just working on a few things. I just do this, do that. I'm just like, I felt your energy. I'm like, I know she is in some type of wellness, some type of, I seen it all. I said, I knew it. You sneaky.
Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, I would be like, I'm so shy. And it's so weird because those that know me are like, there's nothing shy about Tahara. Those that are meeting me are new to my life are like, she's so quiet and just like, really, like my coworkers are just now starting to see me and they're like, oh, and especially now that they all done found me on social media. So they're same thing. So you weren't going to tell nobody you be on TV on the weekends? I'm like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't going to tell anyone. I was just hoping everybody watched the news and I could get away with just, doing my thing and mind my business. Like,
Yeah, that
and
is
it's so interesting because it's weird. And these are things that I'm working on in my own space and in my own like healing journey. But like when you get burned so many times by relationships and connection, it makes it so hard to just want to be vulnerable, like you said, want to step out there, want to open up. I have had so many relationships where it should have been like I love what you're doing, I celebrate you, and it was, oh. So I got to a space where it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to talk about me. I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing, my accomplishments, none of that, because it's going to be met with resistance and hate and pain. And I am just now coming to the other side. I'm still crossing the bridge. I ain't there yet, but I'm still crossing the bridge of like, why are you ashamed of the blessings that you have? Like, God clearly wanted you to have it. It's yours, whether they enjoy it or not. And if they can't celebrate with you, then maybe they're not for you. And learning that lesson, oh, it is hurting because that means I got to prune some relationships. Some of them I just got to cut off completely. I got to make a lot of life changes that hurt. Just flat out, I don't want to, but it's no better for me to keep them. They just dead weight. So finding that fluctuation, like, and I'm the opposite. I was always a crier. I cry about everything. Like I am a cry baby. I will sit here and watch TV and cry about an episode. I like one of my fondest memories of like the last 2 years, I fell in love with running. And in the wintertime, I'm like, I'm not going outside. So I joined the gym and I'd be at the gym on the treadmill. I'm like, oh, I could watch all my shows. I love medical shows. And I'm watching this show and one of the characters dies. And I start wailing on the treadmill mid-run. And I'm falling all over. And I was like, I got to stop it because I just can't give us. I was like, I can't watch TV while I run no more. Like, I was a mess because I will cry about everything. And because because I am that and I'm so emotional and I don't have my emotions well. I had to become guarded. And so now I'm trying to find the balance between trusting everybody and trusting nobody. Like, what does this look like to just exist and let those who are supposed to be in my life be in it and those who aren't don't not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so interesting. And like you said, we met a lot of people at that conference. You are the only person I have continued to talk to. And it's not like, that's not true. It's one other girl who be checking on me. And there's no shade to anybody. It's nothing like that. We just connected. And so I'm learning that God will send who needs God he's going to send me who I need, period. If I trust that, we good. It's when I go out there and I'm like, and he's specifically telling me stay away from that one. He's giving me all the feelings and the vibes. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let them beat me up. I'm just going to let them burn me. I'm just going to let this go wrong. And it's like, all right, I told you no, but go ahead, do you.
Flags.
So
They're just
I am
pretty. They're not red flags. It's Six Flags.
right. Like, it's just pink. It's like, it's a really dark pink. Pink's my favorite color. So it's beautiful. Like, yeah, it'll work. Whole time the Lululand is just the soundtrack is just going, okay? But I loved everything you shared because I feel like that is you finding your truest self. That is you discovering what the truest version of you looks like. And that's not, everybody can't handle that. And that's okay. Like there's going to be some people that it's just, it's intimidating, but they're not willing to overcome that intimidation to see the excellence that is who you are. There are others that are going to see it and desire it because they want it. And so finding that balance between those who are needy and draining us because we are the strong friend, because we are the one that will do and care and take care and be and all that. Like, yeah. So in this season where you are right now, discovering the truest version of you, showing up as your whole self for your students, for your family, for your friends, even for the listeners right now, what is something that you could encourage them or that you found encouraging for yourself when it comes to taking that risk to show up and just be all of you?
Um, I can encourage everyone to literally just sit with yourself. It sounds like silly, but literally sit with yourself. Sit with yourself and ask yourself the hard questions. Like one of my hard questions was simple, girl, why you keep doing this? Like literally, I asked myself questions. Like I literally put myself on the interview and like nothing, no music playing, no, just literally sitting there asking myself questions of why, the whys, and what
Mm,
can I see myself doing, but what am I doing currently that's stopping me from getting there? And trust me, yourself will tell you all of the answers. Like I said, it
that
sounds very,
part.
it might sound weird. Like, why would I talk to myself? Trust me, it's necessary. It's very necessary.
Mm-mm.
You don't stop and really check in with yourself. You're going to continue the nasty patterns. You're going to notice, like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I did this again. Oh, 2 months. Yeah, I healed. I'm cool. I'm off that. I'm not doing that no more. And guess what? You run into it again. And then you run into it again. 3 years later, oh yeah, this is a better situation. And guess what? It's the same situation because you need to really just sit with yourself and just be okay with yourself. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
stage you're in, the ugly phase, the not so pretty, whatever stage it is, you have to love yourself through all of those things because that is the beauty of healing. You go through different stages. Nothing grows without going through stages. Just think of a seed. You can't just expect to buy soil and buy a seed and just because you planted it, tomorrow is going to blossom. No, it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to do what it takes to grow. And it's not just, oh, going to one session of yoga or working out or a therapist. One sitting is not enough. Okay, you need to continue. It's a continuous thing. It's a continuous thing. And guess what? Sometimes you might step a little backwards, but you better learn how to cha cha. You better go up too, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, keep going. You know what I'm saying? And healing is not pretty. It's not pretty. And a lot of people make it seem like that. Like I see like a lot of people. That's another thing that I loved about like looking at your things. You're raw and like you're really honest about certain things. A lot of people look at healing like it's just this prettiest thing. And oh, it's just so beautiful. Every day you wake up, oh, I love myself. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I be like, I'm tired of myself. Like I just want to curse myself out. But it's just like it
Mm-hmm.
gets like that, but it's just the different stages. But you'll get through it. You'll live through it and you'll blossom. Just be patient with yourself and don't give up on yourself and love yourself through all the stages.
Yes, yes. I love that illustration of like the seed and the plant
Mhm.
because, and I'm stealing this from somebody, don't remember where or why or what, but I remember hearing about this idea of like, if you want to grow, you are a seed. And the same way the seed is put in dirt and dark for
Mm.
a season of its life, you are going to go through a dirty, dark season maybe a couple times. Every time there is growth, it starts with being planted. Seeds don't grow sitting on top of the soil. Like that's not how it works. You got to be pushed down in some dirt and some dark. And depending on how you see it, you can look around and say ill or you can look around and say, because when you think about it, underneath ground is nice and cool. You're not getting messed with. Nobody's stepping. Like you're protected by your surroundings. So you can
That's it.
choose to see this as a protective season, as a space where I am being sheltered so that I can grow and blossom. Or you can look around
Mm.
and be like, this is nasty. I don't want no parts of this. Well, then guess what? You're not going to get the blossom season either because you got to go down in order to come up. And so many people want to just skip that process, especially when it comes to therapy. Like as a therapist, I'm always telling my clients, all right, when we start digging, it's going to get nasty. It's not going to be pretty. You might cry, you might snot, you might be really angry, but we got to go through that to get to where we want to be. Otherwise, what are we doing? Are we going to do the work or are we not? And like you say, I try to be as honest about situations as possible, especially if it's something that I've experienced myself. I try to use myself as an example. Like, I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying, look at me, I'm all shiny and pretty and the best right now. But I can tell you that it wasn't always cute. It was a struggle. I had a struggle season. I had to go through that so I can get to the glow up. The glow up doesn't just happen overnight. Like, I had to learn things and practice and do it over and over and over again, as you mentioned. So I'm so grateful for your words, because so many people won't hear that from some people, but they'll listen to you. They'll hear it from a stranger. They'll hear it from somebody who has been through something, because they want that connection. I'm so grateful for your reflection and the process, the journey that you have experienced, not just for the purpose of our listeners, because obviously they are being beyond blessed to hear from you. I am beyond blessed to have you in my life, but that you saw fit to love yourself enough to be like, let me do something for me. And it's not enough people that are showing themselves that love and taking that time to be there for themselves, and to stand on business and do what they got to do to be the best version of themselves. So again, all this information of how you can follow, how you can like, share, comment, all the things on her social media, as well as get the book, will be linked in the description. And if you were motivated, moved, or encouraged in any way, shape, or form by Bianca's story today, please share that with her. We don't do that enough. We don't encourage each other enough, specifically as women, and in the community of minority women. We have to stand on business and encourage one another when we are doing the right thing, and motivate each other to keep going. If you resonated with something, if you have questions, her social media will be in the description. Reach out to her. I know she would love to hear your positive words, your words of affirmation, and maybe even if you have comments or concerns or questions, you just wondering how she get to be so fine, how she get her skin to glow like that. Anything, like, let us know. Okay, we want to connect with you. We are here for you. We are so grateful for you, and I hope that you keep on seeping in truth and let God bring out the fullness of your flavor and his timing. It was amazing. Thank you so much for listening. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we will be back next Thursday.
That's today's Sip Sis. Stay grounded, stay glowing, and let the Lord fill your cup. Want to connect? Please find me on Instagram at teatime_4 to follow, comment, like, and share. See you next tea time.